Yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Breathe just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless.
Well, that 1 week hiatus has healed me up, ready to kick off the road to City Limit. It's a big night, filled with fun stuff, including a title eliminator series kicking off. It's going to be huge here tonight, 6 bouts as we always do, so let's send it to the ring to get into the first. Well, Rochester, we're back once again for Primetime. And well, we're opening the night like most nights, 'cause it is Fight Night. And we're in for an absolute banger. The Celtic Warrior at the helm. Tonight's show.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
A big fight feel here tonight as we start our path towards City Limit. And well, the Celtic Warrior leading the Primetime surge here tonight, looking to become potential #1 contender to the television championship. And there are a few names in the hunt for that title, of which there is this man. Well, it might be fight night, but it's time to go down as A-Town down. And Austin Theory take to the arena.
Accompanied by Paul Heyman, representing the Vision from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory!
We've started to see the Vision finding form across both Primetime and Breakdown, as Theory bringing some impact here to the Primetime roster. And, well, he is backed up by the Oracle, Paul Heyman, who is looking to be the voice of wisdom that grants Theory advancement up in this television championship division. It was close to a month ago where Theory took on Tavion Heights in a massive matchup on Primetime. Since then, there's been very little action out of Theory. As for Sheamus, his last battle was a losing one to Carmelo Hayes. The week after Theory's last matchup. And so, both really on different sort of pathways as of such. Theory advancing up the division. Sheamus looking to bounce back. Looking to climb as we get into this one. Sheamus on the offensive early. Theory caught as the double axe from the Celtic Warrior puts down Theory, and well, we've not seen any intervention just yet from Paul Heyman. Obviously, it's been a struggle in the start here for Theory, but finally may be able to find some footing, but he is going to fire off a nice shot there. Sheamus now caught. Back rake there from Austin Theory. Boot connects as well as he looks to bring Sheamus up. And with that, a heavy landing implied as Sheamus crashes into the apron. The spine being shaken. Tore apart by Austin Theory at a count of 8. Returns to the ring. Make it 9. Sheamus on the verge of being counted out. 2 on knee. Will climb up and make it in before the 10. Goes on to Paul Heyman, who's tossing in some weaponry. The weapon's not going to be utilized just yet. And in fact, it's going to be removed from the ring. Big man Gregory not going to allow that to interfere with this matchup. Sheamus now. Drag through. Now applying the armbar. Early back and forth as there's a nice collision there for Theory as he goes for the cover. 1. Big kick out there from Sheamus. Theory though, still swinging, keeping the pressure on. Looking for a little fisherman's, but not going to get it. Instead, it's a big clothesline that he has to eat up. Sheamus, scooped up, can't come through. Instead, hit with the Scorpion Death Drop by Theory. He may have been looking for that Irish curse or white noise, but Theory knowing better as he rolls through, hits the drop kick on the dime, and now looks for the cover. Big kick out there. Sheamus staying in this. Big time knee. Gonna bust open the Irishman here. And a lot of damage being done by Austin early. But we know Sheamus, he's in for a banger. He thrives in this sort of atmosphere. As the referee distracted here as Sheamus coming back. Clubbing blow to the body. Gonna drop Theory to one knee. Now sends him running. A leapfrog. Drop down. And a big time line. And Austin's down. Right in that drop zone. The perfect place to go flying into. Sheamus launches the shoulder tackle right on the target. And now going for the cover. It's good for 2. And Theory fights out of it. The fight might be coming to a close here at the hands of Sheamus as the broken knee hits the target. And Sheamus, he's fired up now. Irish whip, bro kick, hits Theory straight on the jaw. The cover's good for 3, and Sheamus gets the bounce back win. Well, it started with Theory having some control. But Sheamus, he came crashing through. Bang first with the knee. And then, hello. The whip into the brogue. Heyman, front row seat to his protege's destruction.
Here is your winner, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
But with it, it's a big victory for Sheamus, clawing back up the television division. We'll see what that gets him as we pivot to our next bout. Well, they have been in constant action in IPW without defending the titles, and they're going into another without defending. But
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. On their way to the ring, the undisputed women's tag team champions, Black Beast and Sarah Carey, Tammy Havoc.
But they are aware of who will be next to challenge for the titles. That's right, City Limits will see Hate defend against the two horsewomen of Becky Lynch and Mercedes Moné. Obviously, when that bout hits the screen, you've got two, I would say, pretty potent teams. Lynch, a former Ruby Belt champion. Moné, former runner-up or solid performer during the showdown. I would say it's a similar sort of status to Momo. She also was a solid star in the tournament. Her and Lynch failed to make it to Saturday's first opener, but regardless of that, they put on some good performances. Tonight, a change of atmosphere.
And their opponents, first, from Jacksonville, Florida, Kelly.
As we got the Barbie Blonde taking to the screen, who was victorious in her last outing against Tiffany Stratton. And we look at this Primetime's women's division. It's lost, I would say, some of its strength since the big draft where we built the underground roster. And with that strength, it was certainly noticeable during Fearless. As well, Primetime was only able to pick up 3 points in total on the night. Those points predominantly from their singles champions, with only the men's Primetime squad picking up a victory against Breakdowns. The women, 2 straight losses.
And her partner, from London, England, Blake Monroe.
At the forefront of that was Blake Monroe. She was a part of the team with Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bayley, who ended up losing to Liv Morgan, Lyra, Nikki Bella, and Thea Hale. So a very well-respected team, arguably in the Primetime women's division, falling short there. But probably one of the biggest pop-off stars so far in 2026 on Primetime has been Kelly Kelly. She's put on several good matches. And tonight, looks to do it again alongside another Barbie doll in Blake Monroe. There's the Glamour and Kelly Kelly working together here to get things going in their favor. The Irish whip, boots connecting through the drop kick as Blake now eats a boot of Omo Watanabe's. As hate face the cute. Let's be honest, it is cute versus hatred. But you have to remember, there is a lot of evil within cuteness sometimes. Blake Monroe, the glamour is pretty much the definition of it. Right now, she is just exchanging with Momo. Watanabe and Blake just exchanging Irish whips. Sending to one side of the ring to the other. And finally, Monroe going to make the tag. In comes Kelly. And Kelly, well, she's going to eat a boot from Momo. Watanabe scoops her up. Pop up, bang, nice high roundhouse. Watanabe returns to the center, waiting for Kelly to make a mistake. And, well, the mistake is she gets caught and, well, the Irish whip comes through. The tag happens as well. And Kamitani into the ring to deal with Kelly. Kelly with a backdrop. This hate duo have been very solid overall as a tag team in IPW. Since winning the championships, they have beaten some very solid, or not necessarily solid, but teams that have been put together to battle. The likes of Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile a few weeks ago. They also took down, as I try to find it. Oh, Zoe Stark and Tori Wilson is then ending up battling to finish out their flurry of excursion matchups across every brand. They took down I really can't find it. Oh well. Yeah, they took down several stars. I know Momo had a battle with Kalani Jordan recently. She won that one as well. But the tag champions have been pretty active in battling on each and every show. They have not really backed down from a fight. However, right now, Blake Monroe is bringing said fight directly to her. The head scissors land, dragging Kamitani down after busting her open. The cover comes through. Blake looking for the win early. Quick kick out there from Saya, staying in this matchup. But this is where Kamitani likes to build momentum. The Phoenix Queen soaring as she hits the moonsault. Blake down for the count, but able to get out of it pretty quickly. Kamitani building momentum. Big time uppercut to the back of the skull. And now she's applying pressure that Blake cannot find an answer to. Perched up top. Kamitani's going to join her. And this is not good for the glamour. Hooked up. Big time superplex. Off the top. Kamitani's keeping the momentum going. Straight back on the offensive. But the whip's going to get reversed. Blake has Saya in hatred corner. And she is playing the pressure. The boot to the back of the leg. Right on the target. But Kamitani back to her feet. Caught Blake. Arm hooked. And the other. Bang! The Kamigoya connects. Blake Monroe put down and Momo into the picture. Watanabe could look to put away the glamour. Tag made. And Hate working in tandem. Big shoulder tackles hit the target. Springboard leg drop on the money. Kamitani heads up top, and I think we're going to see it. The double stomp right on the chest. The cover comes through. Kelly into the ring will break it up. As Blake Monroe, she is absorbing heavy amounts of punishment from Saya Kamitani, and now she's got to deal with Momo. Watanabe, we know, can bring just such heavy artillery. The heavy hitter of this squad. As Momo runs through. I thought for a second was going to go for the Sonata. Oh, not going to be the case instead. Puts Blake in the corner. Fired up now is the Black Peach. Shot to the back. But Blake finally fights back. Hooks the leg. She's got Momo up for a B driver. Using her own move against her. That is just ingenious from the Glamour. And that will simply fire up Watanabe, you have to feel. Using it against her, it's never pleasant to eat your own maneuver. More than likely, it will just fire you up as Watanabe now hangs the Glamour out on the ropes. You know she is probably going to look to put her away. High knee connects, dropping Blake to the canvas. Oh no. Putting Blake in the corner. Tag made. In comes Kamitani. And the Glamour yet to really answer. What Hate want to do. Off the ropes goes Kamitani. Tries to drop the axe, but a big knee. Blake hits the target. Nip up from Kamitani straight into a little TKO from Blake Monroe. The cover not going to come through off it. Instead, it's a big time head scissor takedown. Kamitani back on the offensive, this time against Kelly. The tag's going to be made. In comes Blake once more, straight into the offense. A flatliner. Kamitani drops her. Kelly's out of the picture. Good for the 2 and the 3. Hate earn the victory. They isolated off Blake Monroe. And Kamitani, certainly the heavy hitter of this matchup. Arguably one of the big threats of this women's division, you have to say. And while her and Momo are seeing a few more singles matches, they are tag champions first and foremost. But you've got to give credit where credit's due. They have been solid in every bout they are thrown into.
Here are your winners, Sarah, Carrie, Tammy, and Black Beach.
We are about to see who can step up or keep up with the tag champions. Will it be Lynch and Monet? We'll have to find out at City Limits. Well, we are entering our first of 2 title eliminator contests here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
That's right. The Women's Undisputed World Television Championship is looking for its #1 contender, and in the build-up to City Limit, stars will be going through title eliminators. Put it bluntly, we're starting with 4 stars tonight. The winners of the 2 bouts will advance to next week, where they have to face off against another 2 stars. And see if they can survive till 3 weeks' time, when City Limit is hitting. The final bouts will take place on Primetime. Well, tonight it's Bianca Belair versus the Eradicator in the opening round battle. It's a powerhouse's delight.
And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea Ripley.
Like it or not, two hard hitters are squaring off. I guess in round one, if you want to call it a round. There are 4 rounds in total before we're at City Limits, so grand finals will be the title bout, I guess, if we're putting it into a quote-unquote mini tournament. With Fatal Influence no longer having influence over Primetime's women's division, gotta wonder, will we see a new star emerge atop of this women's division and potentially dethroning Utami Hayashishita? For Utami, a lot of these ladies that are vying for her title, I've got to say, are pretty big threats overall, because we can't get this one off. It's Rhea Bloody Ripley on the offensive early against Bianca Belair. Now, we've talked a little bit already about City Limits and just how these divisions are kind of shaping up overall, and the fact that we have guaranteed 2 title bouts already for City Limits in the forms of the tag team divisions. We are looking towards other bouts that are potentially going to take place. The women's title going to be on the line, and it's just to give some importance to City Limits. It's the biggest show of the year, arguably, in IPW. Last year we saw a massive unification bout where Lyra Valkyria battled on a losing effort against Fallon Henley in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Right now, Bianca on the offensive, going to put the spine buster into Rhea to look for the win, but just to give some other bouts for that night. Will Ospreay defended in a triple threat matchup against Adam Copeland and Roman Reigns his Emerald belt. That was a phenomenal bout. Samoa Joe versus Cody for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Liv Morgan defended her Ruby belt against a mystery opponent. Extreme Rules match with Kevin Owens versus CM Punk. And KO Show earned victory there. The Usos beat Trick Bounce to regain the tag titles. Miz and Maurice became mixed tag champions as Bianca, now looking to get a little jaded, puts down Rhea. Cover early. Ripley could be out of this. The referee giving a little tap on the head to make sure she's alive. Well, Rhea happily obliges to lift the shoulder up on 2. But Bianca's looking to end this. KOD could have been coming there, but Rhea's going to stop it. And stop the momentum right in its tracks. Then you obviously, just to run through the last 2 bouts of last year's big time show. We crowned our inaugural Women's Tag Champions in Fatal Influence against the Pure Fusion Collective. And then Drew McIntyre versus Ken Shamrock for the Amethyst belt. So we saw a lot of action, and just reading through that card, it amazes me how different IPW is nowadays compared to where we were last year. Just the names that are in the title scenes, the fact that we've now got 3 full shows filled with title bouts. Or potential title bouts. As now you just talk about the title picture. We've got Utami Hayashishita, who wasn't even a thing in 2025 in IPW. Hate weren't a thing in 25. It was all Fatal Influence that dominated Primetime, controlling every division. Liv Morgan, champion on Breakdown. Now, just a start on Underground, looking to get into the title picture, but he's not in it just yet. Julia and Nia Jax battled back then for title gold, as again I think Bianca looked for the KOD. It's not going to work. Instead, roll through from Rhea. Rope break's going to be called. Ripley, she's finding some footing here. The kick caught. Bianca's not allowing it to step up in Zaguri, though, to break Bianca's grip on the boot. It's good work from Rhea to stay in control as she, well, gore-busters her way to potential victory. Yeah, continuing the point, the title pictures, apart from Will Ospreay and Drew McIntyre, it is completely different as Rhea pump handle looks to end it here with a riptide. She's going to stack up Bianca. The cover good for 1, 2. No, not the 3 just yet. But yeah, the title scene so drastically different. And the question is, will we see those stars back then rise back to dominance? We've seen a reunited Trick Bounce as Bianca almost gets the win off that moonsault. They are trying to find their footing on Underground. But there are other things like the Hardys now, a tag team that could potentially dominate in the Underground as well. No Gallus either. They have been AWOL. As Bianca, bow and arrow, stretch applied. Rhea in trouble here. Able to break the clasp, goes into the pin, and Bianca forces her off. For a moment there, I think Bianca was grabbing her hair, looking to whip Rhea, but instead gets gore busted. Belair now needs to look for some safety, because the Eradicator is building up momentum. The boot caught, the step up into Guri once more from Rhea to cause the separation. And this time, hooks her up again. Up and down, another riptide. A different version of the stack now. Ripley looks for the win, but Bianca still able to kick out and stay in this matchup. How much fight does Bianca have left? 2 big kickouts. Well, she fights out the Gore Buster and now gets caught with a knee. The follow-ups there. Bianca has to bring the action to the outside. Do not give Ripley a chance to recover. Keep on top of the Aussie. But the Aussie, she wants this fight. She's got Bianca up, powerbomb position. And well, big impact into the apron. And I believe the ring post. Belair somehow able to stand right now. And here comes the whip, but it misses. The hair caught, and Bianca cannot seem to catch a break here. Rhea is able to just match the energy, the offense that is being brought to her. My only concern now is the count, as it's going to increase. We're at 7. Bianca needs to bring the action back into the ring. The whip, though, it's reversed. Bianca hits the ring post. A count of 8. Ripley back into the ring. Count of 9. Bianca slow to her feet. Rhea thinks it's done, but the count went up for the 10, but Bianca's back in the ring, almost hitting a KOD. Ripley fights out of the position. She sensed the danger was looming, and now could put an end to Bianca Belair. The EST still keeps on battling. Ripley, though, just matching her. Another gore buster. The frustration for Ripley is Bianca is just not one to stay down. The boot caught. Another step up into Guri. But that's the Riptide broken up again. But the big boot, it's going to break open Bianca's face. Busted open. Blood trickling down. And now Ripley tries to crown her to end the pain, the suffering that Bianca's going through. But Belair's not having it. Hooks up Rhea for a little. Jaded. And Bianca's not done. Finally, she gets Rhea up. And finally, a KOD hits the target. 1, 2, 3. The kiss of death finally works out for Bianca. And with it, the EST has eradicated the Eradicator. Next week, we'll be seeing Bianca battle, but who, we will have to see. As for Rhea, I've got to say, she got unlucky. 2 big Riptides, and still Belair was able to kick out and stay in this battle. As you see the final moments once more, the big KOD, and down goes Rhea. 1, 2, and then the 3.
Here is your winner, Bianca Belair.
Well, we can see the blood trickling down the face, but a big victory in these eliminators. Here for Belair, let's see what we've got in store for you next. Well, like Sheamus and Austin Theory in the early stages of tonight, we're continuing with some mid-card mayhem. We want some challenges for Psycho Clown.
The contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
Well, Damian Priest, he has lurked in the top spots of the divisions. He's yet to really succeed and capture the titles. Now, he looks to rise to the competition, potentially stake his claim to the television championship. After that, though, the claim may have been said, but a man that's been to the mountaintop, the man that has beaten Drew McIntyre.
And his opponent from Philadelphia, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Sandman.
And stands opposite him is a former Amethyst champion. The Sandman looks ready. And I cannot wait to see how he does it. Will we see some epic carnage, or will things work out for Priest? Sandman's busted himself open already, as he does. But the question that needs to be asked: can the Sandman climb back to the top of the mountain? He is pushed and tried so goddamn hard to reach the mountaintop, but he has never stayed there for long. The difference, though, between him and Priest is Priest makes it to the peak, but never reaches the actual top. Reach like just below the full-on top. You know, the Sandman tonight, he looks to show why he is a former champion. Well, the stage is set. It's Damian Priest versus the Sandman. And it's on now. Priest gets us going, unloading some heavy artillery. Sandman evades, but gets up straight into a wacky line. Priest, I'm seeing a lot more of them. The Whisper in the Wind attempts from stars, but there's only one real man that can execute it, and it's a man that uses the same finisher as the Sandman, Mr. Jeffrey Nero Hardy. These two stars tie up as Sandman takes waist control away from Priest into his own, now a headlock takedown as he mounts pressure onto Priest. Damian reverses it into his head scissors. Nice nip up there from Sandman to break the grasp. And now take waist control once more, but Priest expected it. Back in control. Scoops up and now going to toss down the Sandman. Another leg sweep here. This one from Sandman. Forcing control here over Damian Priest. Nice drop kick finds the target here for Sandman. And yeah, as we're saying, things are shifting. The solid television division of having a base champion for so long, now finally broken, and we now get to see new stars rise up into the title picture. Personally speaking, I cannot wait to see who will basically make it all the way to the mountaintop. Because it is a long, arduous climb as the Sandman bringing the battle here on the outside. The count starts. Priest back to his feet as well. The Sandman's going to look to bring him back, but a backdrop reversal. Priest puts down the Sandman. Going to try and stomp a mod hole into him as well. Hooked up. And hits the flatliner. Priest, he's hitting big here, but the reversal from Sandman. Going to send Damien crashing down at 5. Behind the steps and up at 6. Referee calling him in. Your referee for this matchup is Miss Gale. It's getting picture-perfect view with this clash. Nice Mongolian chop there from Priest as he's unloading some heavy shots into Sandman now. Ball through. Nice gut punches here, Sandman. Capitalizing with a DDT, gonna bust open Priest. Well, both men have bled in this one already. Sandman before the match and Priest now during it. And Sandman's looking to continue to build this momentum. Heads up top. Swanton bomb hits the target. And he's not done yet. Priest staggers back to his feet and the Sandman hooks him up. It's time for a little spike, if you can call it that, as the ball driver hits the target. The cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess it was kind of expected, but the Sandman picks up the dub here over Damien Priest. This feels like normal. Damien invokes his claim to a title, becomes like number 1 ranked in the division, but then someone just comes along, swoops in, takes the spot from right underneath his nose. And that spot tonight may have just been because of the Sandman. As we see that ending sequence, the Swanton, and now then the spike pile driver. Getting the job done here. Priest, no kick out for that.
Here is your winner, the Sandman!
No response means that Sandman's victorious here tonight. Big win that launches us into our co and main events here on Primetime. Well, your second women's title eliminator begins now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Diego, California, Nia Jax!
The woman that built Primetime's and Breakdown's women's division. The inaugural Women's World Champion. The irresistible force looks to reclaim the title that she lost to Fallon Henley. With Fallon out of sight, out of mind for Nia now, the sight is set onto Utami Hayashishita. Winning this title eliminator series will culminate at City Limit. You've got to ask the question, who will reign supreme? Well, no wub wub lights.
Her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton.
For the buff Barbie doll. We've had all Barbies tonight, I guess. Will this one get the same result as the others, though? In AKA a loss on her record. Well, Stratton has been suffering as of late. She did lose to Kelly just before Fearless, and then losing at Fearless to the Breakdown compatriots. It's now time for these two who team together then to square up and see who deserves to really be in the title picture. As well, Nia's just going to lay waste to Tiffy to start this off, and this was kind of expected. Now, I need to stress this because I didn't in the previous women's title eliminator series. There is no seeding, it is just randomness in terms of who and when stars battle in this, 4-week series. As, well, let's be honest, you kind of expect it to be just down to the wire. As we start off tonight, I think we've got some fairly interesting bouts, to say the least, with Stratton and Nia, two former friends turned foes, battling it out. And then you've got, obviously, the two powerhouses in Rhea and Bianca battling as well. Next week, I'm getting word. In fact, this is me just prior to this one, speaking to our general manager, Eve Torres, basically learning that next week there will be two other stars joining the winner of this match and Bianca Belair in a battle. And Eve Torres may have let slip who them stars actually are. I need to stress this in the most easily stressed way. A storm might be coming for the winner of this match, and it may be time to get a little crazy with the other one. But we shall see as, well, Nia utilizing the ropes for extra leverage, almost gets the win there. 2 count, not good for anything other than to keep the pressure on. But Tiffy tries for the fireman's carry, and Nia just fights out of it, utilizing her added strength. And Nia then going for that move that she has tried so often to execute. It's not going to work, and now she's going to send Stratton crashing to the outside. Busted open, Nia now looks to punish. Stratton not having it, instead scoops her up, inverted body slam. Down goes Jackson now. Tiffy begins to unload. Pressure being applied excellently here by Stratton to counteract Nia's game. You kind of expected it. They know each other so well. The rolling senton not going to work here for Stratton. Jax caught though. Divorce cord from Stratton. She's targeting the arm and now the body of Nia. Potentially smart targeting, removing that powerbomb offense. The issue is, as Nia crashes down, you cannot pick up the irresistible force easily without her just destroying you, stopping it in its tracks. Stratton knows it. She's caught right now. Nia, no, gets backdropped. And every time you try to pick Nia up, it takes so much strength. There's an interesting hold applied here by Stratton, just booty in the back, pulling on the arms. Does damage regardless, and now stomping away onto Nia. Tries to charge in, but fails to connect, and now Jax, big time clothesline. Down goes Stratton, and the action now spills to ringside. Tiffy in trouble. As the whip comes through, bang, straight into the steps goes Nia. Stratton letting Jax know this is her house. It's her time to deliver and pick up the win. Well, Stratton certainly needs it. She's been having a torrid time as she sends Nia into the steps once more. Jax with a fight back here. Count of 7. Stratton now sent into the steps. Nia, and a count of 8, pulls Stratton up, turns to the ring, and lets her know to kiss her ass. Bit of baiting there from Nia. She brings up Stratton, military press up top, bang! Just a free fall for Stratton, and the cover comes through here for Nia. 1, 2, big kick out there. Cartwheels through, cannot connect. If he picks the ankle. If he tries to connect, has Nia in the corner, but Jax fights out of said position. Could have been an attempt at that corkscrew splash, but Stratton fails to do so. Instead, looks to just go for the hairpole mat slam. Jax up quick. Caught, hooked up for a little Alabama slam. Nia in trouble here. Stratton could be looking to seal the deal. Scoop up, slam down. This one is going to be effective for Stratton. She goes for the cover as well. 1. It's just an immediate kick out there. Nia not wanting to stay down. Tiffy, well, she might just look to end it. The whip comes through. It's reversed. Nia scooped up once more. Escapes out the back door. And chops away at the knee of Stratton. It's Tiffy in trouble. Gets a whole lot of body in the corner. Bodied by Nia, and well, caught now. Armbar, Fujiwara armbar for Stratton. She's caught Nia. Nia, oh, stiff knee. That hits the target. Whip will send Stratton into the corner as well, but this is trouble if you're Tiffy. Dragged out right into the perfect drop zone for a little bit of annihilation. The cover for Nia, good for 2. But still, Stratton has fight left in her. The fight may come to a close in a moment's notice. There's the leg drop across the back for Jax. And that usually spells the end for whomever she is against, but Stratton's still able to fight back. Still resilient. Knows she needs this win. A big scoop power slam. Now setting up potentially to end Nia. Drags her into the corner. But there's the fight back. Nia not having it. She forces Stratton into the ropes. Big shot blocked. Stratton whips Jax in. This time she connects. Jax in the drop zone for a little twisting corkscrew splash. Stratton into the cover. It's good for 2. And Jax able to find out. Stays alive here in your co-main event. How long is staying alive as Tiffy ascends once more? Jax caught, clobbered, crowned by the double axe. And now, fireman's carry here for Stratton. But there's the elbow. Jax escapes the hold and catches Stratton. And Tiffy's going for a ride. A one-legged powerbomb. Not gonna stack her, instead a normal pin for Jax. Just to show added domination, but somehow, some way, Stratton's kicking out, staying in this. There's true grit and determination on display here by Tiffy. And while you may show that true grit and determination, you need a lot more than that to win. You need to hit your big maneuvers. You need to put down Jackson. The little prettiest moonsault ever could have been it, but the knees come up. Nia not having it. Again, the fight from Jax just to reverse the heavy hitting maneuvers of Stratton. The fight back between both these ladies has been just epic. Beyond reasonable doubt. Stratton once again. Side slam will connect. Puts down Nia. Jax is in the drop zone, but Stratton's not going up top just yet. Instead, a different thought process here. Lining Nia up. Off the rope she goes. Dropkick not going to work here. Jax catches her. Sends Stratton to the corner. Oh, not going to perch her up there just yet. Instead, Stratton leaping in, charges in. A big forearm cleave in the corner. What's she thinking here? Double axe to the head. Will hit the target. Stratton. Seeing this could potentially be the moment. Nia put down in the drop zone once more. The corkscrew splash hits its target, and the cover is good for 3. The bounce backs keep on bouncing as Tiffany Stratton weathers the storm that Nia Jax tosses at her. Gets a heavenly victory. One that she so desperately needed. There's the replays to show, and it was Nia Jax centralized as the main, person in this matchup. She was in control majority of the bout up until the end where this happened. Bang! Forearm cleaver. And then the little corkscrew splash, the springboard maneuver hits its target. Nia, no response. And the win for Stratton.
Here is your winner, Tiffany Stratton.
Well, Tiffy time may be upon us in these title eliminators. We'll see if she can do it next week. Well, it is main event time here in Rochester. We are in for a treat. It's been a while since we heard this theme play through the arena. And he looks to be coming out with some backup.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Rain May Car from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Now, ignore the fact that the Tron is completely busted, but Shinsuke Nakamura returning to a more old feel. Chaos sort of surging through him. Well, his Chaos compatriot, the leader of Chaos at the time, Kazuchika Okada. These two, they've had a lot of long storied history. There's a crowd serenading Shinsuke to the ring here in your main event. We have to wonder who will be the opponent here for Nakamura. Why Okada is out here. Well, that makes a little bit more sense. The man that has been hounding the Rainmaker as of late. Before Fearless. Well, he's now looks to lay claim to what is his. His team won at Fearless. And so did the Rainmaker.
And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, Femi.
So the ruler is looking to cash in at City Limits as #1 contender to the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Oba. He is calculative. He is strong, powerful, beyond unreasonable doubt. Every stride is calculated. Now, the calculations all add up to one thing. Title glory. And to get it, he needs to beat the Rainmaker. But before he reaches City Limits, Shinsuke Nakamura stands in his way, and well, this is no normal Nakamura. This is an oldie but a goodie. Overpowering Oba to start things off and expect... Well, I thought it was going to be Nakamura landing the dirty shot. Instead, it was the ruler who overpowers Nakamura on the second time of asking. If you're Femi, you have to be wary of what the ruler, of what the Rainmaker is doing out here. This is obviously a singles match. But with the Rainmaker there, he is always an added threat. And for the ruler, you know that he wants to win. He wants to stick it to the Rainmaker, to the champion. And let him know that, well, he is not the prime talent of this roster. Well, for Rainmaker, like it or not, every time he steps into that ring, he shows up. Now it's important to talk about the road to the showdown. These Oba and Okada did face off in the tournament, and just trying to check my records here. Yeah, my records say that it was, in fact, the Rainmaker that got the job done against Oba Femi. So there is a little bit of history there between these two. And the potential for an upset in the favor of the ruler could happen. But right now, the ruler has to overcome this great in Shinsuke Nakamura. The backdrop is the start of a comeback here for the ruler, but Nakamura, he is always evasive. The kicks, picture perfect. That's another perfect one, just a leaping shot. And it drops the ruler. And he's forced to crawl to the corner right where Nakamura wants him. No rhythmic vibrations just yet. Instead of running STO for Oba. As the ruler's fired up now, he's ascending. You can hear the perplexed sounds in my voice. You don't typically see Oba Femi flying, but he does so there. Hits the target and now looks to hit more with a little fall from Grace. He goes for the cover. Referee's counting. The hands on the rope. Referee Guile calls it. Oba distracted a little, and well, you've got to thank the Rainmaker there, bringing it to our referee's attention at the cover. Well, it was a rope break there. It might get under the skin of the ruler a little bit, knowing that there is presence here from Okada. Rainmaker, though, his impact can only extend so far. It's down to these two to deliver in the battle. And Femi is certainly doing so. The fall from Grace already connecting. And now a big-time clothesline to put Nakamura down. And Shinsuke, he's still got fight left. Irish whip. Femi, all caught, eats a knee from Nakamura. And Shinsuke sends Oba running. Oh, and the Kinshasa hits its target. 1, 2, woo, nearly the 3. Shinsuke Nakamura, when you talk about him, the history, the pedigree of star, only one thing has really eluded him in his career is a WWE title, but here in IPW, former television champion, has also been former IWGP champion, Intercontinental champion, more so his most known title reign as he hits the T-bone suplex. Oba's down. The ruler could fall at the first hurdle. Nakamura continues to have his way here over the ruler. But there's the fight back. And Oba scoops up his prey and launches him into the rope. And that was certainly a launch. I think the ruler is now more fired up, but he's caught. Shinsuke, a Kinshasa attempted. It was lined up, but the ruler drop toe hold, escapes the danger. And now in trouble again. Nakamura standing STO. And he forces the ruler out of the ring. Danger still looms. Double axe hits here for Nakamura. The boot comes up. Oh, and there's the big shot. That's the raw power of Oba Femi finding its target. Shinsuke's feeling it now. Asking Oba to come on. Down to 7. And it could continue to go. Oba battling. Has to fight to get into the ring. Because Nakamura is not giving him an inch. He has his target on the ropes. But that's a fall from Grace. And Nakamura's down for the count. And you can see in the background there, pure disbelief from the Rainmaker. He thought his close friend Nakamura had got the job done, but no. Femi continues to fight, battling back from a dire situation to earn victory here tonight. As that fall from Grace Stair sealed the deal with the 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner,
What a great start in the build-up to City Limits. Thank you for joining me here tonight for Primetime. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new and here if you want to. And I will see you for Breakdown on Thursday night. Peace out.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big